Hello, once again, this is Stephen A. Wolvik from the law offices of Stephen A. Wolvik, and today, this short video are tips when going to court. Okay, so this first tip is a personal pet peeve of mine. If you have a hearing that starts at 8:30, you should be there at 8 o'clock. Your attorney is going to be there early, hopefully to talk to you and make sure that you understand what's going to happen, give you last-minute pointers, and make sure that you're calm and getting yourself together before your case is called. The worst thing that you can do is arrive late. You're being billed for the time your attorney is there. You're going to be anxious because you're running late. The court's not going to be happy if everyone's waiting for you. So make sure you budget your trip, look at the routes, understand the traffic, and get to court on time. Okay, so this first tip is a personal pet peeve of mine. If you have a hearing that starts at 8:30, you should be there at 8 o'clock. Your attorney is going to be there early, hopefully to talk to you and make sure that you understand what's going to happen, give you last-minute pointers, and make sure that you're calm and getting yourself together before your case is called. The worst thing that you can do is arrive late. You're being billed for the time your attorney is there. You're going to be anxious because you're running late. The court's not going to be happy if everyone's waiting for you. So make sure you budget your trip, look at the routes, understand the traffic, and get to court on time. All right, this next tip may seem really obvious, but I cannot tell you how many times I go to court and I see people dressed inappropriately. And this goes for lawyers also. Remember my cousin Vinny? I've seen attorneys that make my cousin Vinny look dressed up. When you're going to court, remember, the judge doesn't know you. They're making first judgment impressions on you by the way you act and dress. So this is not the time to wear shorts, cutoffs, flip-flops, torn up outfits. Dress appropriate. Look like you're ready to go to court and be serious about your case. All right, the next tip is show respect to the judge. So you have a judge up there with the black robe, man or woman, and that person is going to decide something very important that's going to have a major impact on your life. So it's very important to be respectful. All right, so my next tip is an important tip. Listen to the questions that you're asked and answer only those questions. In a family law case, the parties are going to be sworn in and the judge may ask you questions. They're looking for specific answers to those questions. The worst thing you can do is start going into a story. Clients think that if they tell their story, the judge will be sympathetic to their position, and it's absolutely the opposite. When the judge asks you a question and there's 20 cases on calendar for that day, the judge is listening for a specific answer to that question. So make sure you're a good listener and only answer the question that you're asked. Okay, on this next slide are certain things that you should never do in court. One of my favorite apps on my smartphone is BuzzFeed. I love watching chaos in the court. Being an attorney over 27 years, I've seen a lot of this. I've seen a fake anthrax threat from a guy who wanted to get out of court, people yelling, all sorts of crazy stuff. So here's my tips. First, don't yell. The other side is going to make accusations against you that you're going to feel are just not true. They're lies. How could they say something like that? Why are they doing that to you? The worst thing you can do in responding is raise your voice. Keep a level head when those around you don't. Remember, the judge is evaluating you as a person. Are you a credible individual? Do you have the capacity to have self-control and tell the truth? So yelling is something that you just should never do. Also, never wear an angry face. If someone says that you did X, Y, and Z and you're just outraged by the comment, the last thing you should do is wear that expression on your face because, again, the judge is looking down at you, looking to see how you're reacting to things. And maybe the other side, the other attorney, is saying something in an argument to get you to make that reaction. Don't make their job easy for them. Don't roll your eyes, don't moan, don't gasp, don't give loud sighs. All those things are distractions to the judge and just put you in a negative light. Don't appear disrespectful. So I love this slide because I see this one so many times in family law cases. where someone makes an allegation against the other parent and the other parent cringes, they lift up their hands, they make body motions. It just happened in a civil case that I was on for a restraining order where the party making the false accusations was making all these types of body language appearances that were disrespectful to the judge. You just don't want to do it. All it's going to do is hurt your case and help the other side. And this is my final tip. When going to court, be honest and tell the truth. Look, the judges know, we all know. We're people. We're human. We make mistakes. We have shortcomings. We have things that we've done that we regret. To sugarcoat those things, to alibi for those things, to lie about those things, just makes us look less credible. And in court, it's not only about what you say, it's a credibility contest. Do you look credible? Are the things that you're saying sound more truthful than the things the other party is saying, based on your body appearance, the way that you approach court, and the way that you speak? So the number one thing I tell all my clients, simply be honest and tell the truth. And sometimes that even means admitting our shortfalls as people. The last bit of advice in appearing before a court: don't do it alone. So many people watch TV shows and they think that because they watch the latest episode of their favorite series, they now can stand in front of a judge, ask the questions, respond to questions, know how to object to questions, and they simply don't. My favorite type of cases are in family law when I have a client and the other side is not represented. They're at a major disadvantage because the court deems them as knowledgeable as me. I went to law school, struggled through that whole process, and the court's going to put that person representing themselves on the same knowledge level as me. Don't go to court alone. Get an experienced attorney. If you want a free consultation about your case, my link is down below. Visit me on the web, call me toll free. Our consultations are free. I hope you found this video informative. Thank you for taking the time to watch.